Do you know how to use blending brushes? Well, in this video, I'm going to show you how to create a card from start to finish using this amazing new tool. Hi everyone, I'm Terry from nutsaboutsstamping.com. I show people how to use paper crafting products to make amazing scrapbook pages, cards, and other 3D items. Stampin' Up! Just introduced blending brushes on page 70 of their new mini catalog. This mini catalog went live at the beginning of January and it goes through till the end of June. If you want a free copy of this, I'll provide a link underneath this video. Now, this new product of blending brushes are absolutely amazing. I just got my first pack and I thought I'll play with them a little bit and then I'll show you my favorite way to use them. You get 3 blending brushes in a pack. You can wash them. And I think the most amazing thing is that when I saw them, I thought it was just sort of a hunk of sponge, but it's not. They're like these tightly woven or tightly packed together little bristles, very soft, and the handle is very pliable, and it's really fun to use. So my favorite way is to create a background using blending brushes. So I'm going to do that using Crumb Cake and So Saffron. I'm going to start off by using Crumb Cake. And when you use blending brushes, you actually want to start off your cardstock layer or your cardstock base, and then you want to blend the color on. So it's a good idea to have just a scrap piece of grid paper in the background so that you can, I just use like scrap grid paper for any kind of projects where I'm going to come off the cardstock layer. So you're going to use a circular motion. I put my finger on the head of the brush because this handle is so pliable and flexible. And so I'm going to start with a very, very light coating of the crumb cake, like so. I think it's better to start with a lighter application, and then you can always make it darker. What you want to do is try and avoid any splotches, which is why I recommend you start off and then roll on, or scrub on, or apply on, wax off. All right, so I'm just going to keep applying this until I get the darkness that I want, the coverage that I want, and then the height that I want. All right, there we go. I have finished applying the color as I like it on the layer for this. Now, before I switch to another color, I could use one of my other brushes, and I will. But if you want a cleaning tip, you can use our chamois. You can use a soft microfiber cloth. You can dampen the cloth a little bit and then wipe the color off. Or you can, sort of wipe the color on your grid paper until it comes off and then use a cloth. If you're going to use a damp cloth, or if you're going to run this under water, it'll have to be set aside to dry for a fair bit of time because there are a lot of bristles and it does take a bit of time to dry. Now I'm going to bring in another one of my blending brushes, and I'm going to use So Saffron, and I'm going to apply the So Saffron color to the top part of this layer. And I'm going to do this a similar way to do it. I'm going to start off quite light, start off the edge, and then work my color in towards the center. I'll be back in a moment and I'll show you the finished layer. And there we go, there's my finished layer. Now, like I said, I use So Saffron and Crumb Cake to create the background for my card layer. I'll show you a second set of colors. I used Old Olive and Balmy Blue to create more of a, sort of blue sky and green grass. But I know what I'm going to use to complete this card, and these two colors were the perfect choice for me. So I promised at the beginning of the video that I would show you how to complete this card or turn this layer into a card. So I've gone ahead and created a bunch of pieces, and I'll show you how I am going to finish off the card. I have my Dandy Wishes dies. This is the die pack, and there's some grasses in that pack. So what I'm going to do is apply, using my multi-purpose liquid glue, I'm going to apply some of these grasses to my card. Just turn this over. I'm going to apply one of them right there. And it's okay if it sticks up a little bit. I think that adds a nice dimension to my card. And I've got a second one. And I'm going to apply that a little bit on top. Fairly close to it though. And then I applied two of the smaller ones together. I just countersinked them a little bit, and I'm going to put some glue on the back of that. And this one I'm going to add to this side of my card layer. Just make sure they're nice and straight here. All right, and I hope you have seen with Celebration this year that one of your free choices with a $50 order in the US or €60 at my European store. I've got a store in the US and a store in Europe. For a $50 product order or €60, you can earn this Darling Donkeys stamp set. So I went ahead and I stamped, colored with my Stampin' Blends, and then used my paper snips to cut them out. I've created two of the donkeys. I think they're so fun, so cute. Why don't you give me a thumbs up if you like this stamp set too? I just know I'm going to have hours of fun playing with it. You can see how my card is starting to take shape and how fun that background is going to be on the card itself. Okay, and I'm going to put this one, maybe I'll angle him a little bit like that. Okay, that's perfect. And then, of course, I need a phrase. So from the Darling Donkeys set, I stamped using Basic Gray the Hey There Friend image. I die cut it using my Layering Squares framelits, and then there's the little scallop piece that's also part of that same die pack, and I'm going to adhere that flat on my card front. I could pop it up, but the Hey There Friend is just an added touch to my card. I really want the donkeys and the leaves to stand, or the grass to stand out. So I will set that aside just for a second to dry. And then I decided that my card base was going to be So Saffron, and I was going to add a layer of Basic Gray to it. You can see I'm pulling all of the colors together. So I'll just add some glue, turn this over, and lay it down like so. And then I will add this layer, and the card will almost be done. Oops. Like so. Now at this point I could, and probably will, go and look at all of the embellishments that I have, and I'll probably add a few more embellishments to this card just to make it more playful, maybe add a bit of bling and so on. If you would like to see a final photo of the card, you can head on over to my blog, www.nutsaboutsstamping.com. And if you would like to order a pack of the blending brushes so that you can apply backgrounds, you can create beautiful backgrounds for your cards as well, I'll provide a link underneath this video so that you can go directly to my online store and purchase this pack of brushes. I'm Terry. I am nuts about stamping. I hope you'll try and learn a new technique today too. Bye for now.